So the premise of the Ultimatum, this is like their queer season, but it's a show that has had other seasons with straight couples prior to this. And so the format of the show is you have five couples. One of the partners in the couple is ready to get married. They are like, I'm there. I want to spend our lives together. Why aren't we getting married? The other partner maybe not ready yet. And so what they do, they find these five couples. One of the people issues an ultimatum. You say, hey, we're going on this show. If at the end of this show we are not engaged, like we are breaking up. Like it's,
That's it.
this show
End of
is
the
like
road.
shit or get off the pot for your
Yep.
relationship.
Shit, get
Um,
off the pot or get on someone else's pot.
Yes, and so of course in Oregon, yes. So, on that note, so in of course the most reality dating show premise that you could come up with, what they do with these five couples to decide if they want to get married or not is you make all of them break up. You all date within those couples for a week, and then at the end of the first week, you pick someone to move, someone who is not your original partner. You move into a trial marriage for 3 weeks with them. You live in an apartment together for 3 weeks. Then you have 3 weeks of a trial marriage with your original partner. So now you move back in with your partner for 3 weeks into an apartment. And then at the end of that, you have to make the decision. Do you propose to your partner? Do you leave single? Do you leave with the person you did your trial marriage with? There's options, but it's just, that's the premise. That's the show that we're discussing for anyone who hasn't seen it and wants to follow along the conversation. I just wish everyone could see Ellie's like
It
body,
is.
full body reactions to just even like discussing the premise as I'm
I
saying this out loud.
just.
Ellie's having an experience over there, everyone.
The premise is
Insane.
I can't even like my whole thing is like anyone I'm sorry. Sorry to all of you who went on the show. I know probably we will talk to some of you at some point, but like I just feel like if you choose to go on this show, like there is something fundamentally wrong with your relationship. Not necessarily with you, but there has to be something fundamentally wrong. Like you cannot imagine that going on this show is going to make you a better partner. Everything about the show makes these people like worse off than they were when they
Okay,
started.
I'm gonna try to devil's advocate us right now, okay? Here's what I have to imagine is the only thing that you could be thinking that would lead you to go on a show like this is you're like, I want to get married. I don't think my partner is appreciating like how good our relationship is. Maybe if they have to be with someone else for 3 weeks, they will more appreciate the things that I bring to our relationship and realize that they do not want to leave the door open to date other people because it is not worth it. That's
Well,
the only thing I can imagine that you are thinking because otherwise it makes no sense.
it
Right?
is
And and
wild. Well,
and
also
that that is an idea that I think makes more sense in a heterosexual situation. Like I can see when this show when you make this premise and you roll this out with straight couples, I feel like that mentality makes more sense to me. You roll
because
it out
I feel
for
like they're like, oh, like because we're queer, like living with someone for 3 weeks is way too dangerous. And it's
I
not
just
as
think it's a
crazy.
very different.
I haven't seen the
I
heterosexual version,
haven't
so I
seen the
don't know what
heterosexual
happens.
seasons
Like I
either, and I
don't
really
know
want
if
to.
it gets as crazy as it does with this one, but I'm pretty sure that at least one of the couples in the heterosexual one, I don't think they actually left their partner, but they did fall in love.
Wow, wild. I feel like I see it as such a different thing to do with a whole bunch of queer people than it is to do with like straight couples. I This is just messy. It's
It's
messy.
so messy. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you basically are like, okay, let's go on this show for what? So it's 6 weeks of the trial marriages plus 1 week of the dating. So let's say it's like 2 months ish. Let's go on this show for 2 months and let's create a super traumatic experience that we'll never recover from. That sounds like a great thing for us to do to get married.
Yeah,
Like let's
yeah,
put
yeah.
ourselves in a situation where we are going to completely traumatize each other
I mean it
and
worked out
then
great for everyone, Ellie.
walk down the aisle That
Worked
sounds like
out
a
so well.
wonderful idea, right? Like, it's insane. It's insane. But yes, let's dive in. So that's the premise of the show, which first of all, just I think is buck wild. It's like when I saw the heterosex, when I saw this show and it was not gay, I was like, that show's fucked up. I'll never watch it. Now it turned gay, and I was like, I gotta watch it.